We got some sad news out of video land and YouTube world today. It looks like Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz are getting divorced. Their little tete-a-tete turned into a shit of shit. All over all this crap. Another day, another headline in the Mideast. Did you catch them, GT?
Oh man, what a cat fight that was. No, you're stupid. No, you don't know. No, you don't know. It was yeah. But then again, look who they're both followers of, our exalted leader. I mean, this Iran thing, I don't even know his policy on it. He changes it. Well, he changes it like he changes his tariff plan. Don't worry if you don't like his policies on Iran. He'll change them in a day or two. Depends who he talks to last.
Well, a quote from him, I got to toss this in there. I watched an interview, and they were asking him about this and that and about Iran, and he's going to intercede. He goes, well, nobody knows what I'm going to do. Boy, you got that shit right. That's the first time I think I heard him tell a complete truth. I go, the guy ain't lying. You know?
Well, that's because he doesn't know what he's going to do yet. It depends who talks to him last. He's got Fox News, because I watch Fox. I watch everything. Fox News, they want to get Iran right now, and it, just with the bunker busters and put that program, the nuclear program, out of business for a few years. And then you got the Steve Bannons, the Tucker Carlsons, Marjorie Taylor Greens. They're all, hey, MAGA is America first. We don't get involved in this shit. So he's stuck. He's stuck in a spot of his own making, mind you. And now he changes his fucking mind. The other day it's unconditional surrender. And first off, he's the worst negotiator I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This art of the deal, he sucks. He negotiates with himself on tariffs. He negotiates with himself on this Iranian war. He tells them, oh yeah, unconditional surrender, and he puts that on the global news. Well, don't humiliate a people like that and tell them you got to basically subjugate yourself to the United States. That's a terrible opening salvo. If you believe that, fine. Say it behind closed doors and tell the Iranian negotiators. But he's horrible at it, and then he changes his mind.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, the great negotiator. I haven't seen anything yet. Not one thing. And all these deals and the tariffs he's negotiated, where are they at? They're not there. Every deal we've gotten, like in China and stuff, not only do we go back to the original thing, it's actually worse than the original thing. No one wants to admit that. But the MAGA people are going to have problems with this if you think about it, because this is part of his deal, other than he was going to solve everything on day one. And I missed it, apparently. It went right past. I must have slept through it when he solved it. But this was one of his deals, was staying completely, and this all had to do with the Ukraine. And this is how unintelligent some people in Washington are. He made a blanket statement because it was the Ukraine, never thinking there were other countries in the world that like to piss pound each other, and we've been involved with. Did you ever read a history book? I guess it wasn't on the news, so it's probably where we missed it at.
Well, sorry, it's funny you brought that up. You know where I'm going to go on this. You know that, I don't know if you people know this that are watching, but they actually, Tulsi Gabbard, his director of national intelligence, Trump won't read his daily security briefings. And so she has a plan where she wants to put like a desk and hire like a news anchor to read the security briefings to Trump, like a Fox News one, probably a good-looking girl in a tight dress, which I can't blame him for that. Don't get me wrong. And that's how bad this is. One of his aides said, yeah, he doesn't read. And he makes decisions by the seat of his pants, and no matter if you love him, I mean, that's not a good way to make the decisions.
No, and the thing is, if you look in the past, and I'm going to be very clear about this, I want every president we have to be the most successful president we've ever had, because it's good for all of us. It just is. And I went in with hopes this guy would do this. He's actually shattered any hopes I had some time ago and stuff. And if you like what we're talking about here, I'm going to toss it right here. Subscribe and follow along with this, because we got a whole bunch more coming. But the most presidents and most executives and most CEOs surround themselves with people who don't always agree with them. And that you can't, because no one is always right. And especially dealing with, you need someone who has experience in those areas. Said, listen, you can't trust that son of a bitch. He's not your buddy. Don't think that for a minute, but not this guy. He wants you to agree with him, or you're gone. And the news media, disagree with me, we're going to shut you down. The attorneys, you're after me, you're out. You can't be lawyers anymore. You can't. Oh, come on.
Oh, like I said, this team of his. It's back to the Lincoln had the team of rivals. He's got the ship of fools. These are some real lightweights all the way through. Maybe Bassett at Treasury and Castro, but Castro is all over the knob now, and he sold his soul too. And I liked him, but you're right. You can't surround yourself with yes men and expect to make good decisions. It just isn't the way it is.
No, especially in these world, you got to have people experiencing these different parts of the world. That's all there is to it. And basically, there's a lot of people just go around hoorah, hoorah. I mean, I don't understand, why does he have these paid announcement things telling how well he's doing and stuff? He's already in. Isn't that race over with? And this is the curiosity. I don't want this to happen one way, but there's something inside me playing a devil's advocate. When this is all done and we get through all this, I'd like to have him run again. Because I'd like to see just how many people would actually vote for this again. I really do wonder that.
Depends who he runs. If he runs against Kamala, he might beat her again.
Well, I mean, there you go.
Come on.
There's the great unknown. The Democrats.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the limp dick Democrats. Yeah.
If you had a legitimate political party to run against him, you'd have a shot. You'd I think you'd.
Oh no, you'd beat him.
You'd beat him to death. But the problem is the Democrats right now. I don't even know what their issues are. They don't know. They're so splintered right now. But I will say this. I don't know if you saw this in Virginia, I think it was, when they had the Democratic primaries night before last or Tuesday night or whatever it was. They had 470,000 people vote, and that in a Democrat, and no governor primary. That's the first time that's ever happened. There's my understanding. That's a big deal. They came out.
Really?
They came out in droves. That came from the Raging Cajun. That's where I got that quote from. What's his name? James Carville.
James Carville. Yeah.
Got that right from him, and he's reading right off the stats, and he said that's. So if you think the Democratic Party really is dead, he goes, are they splintered and are they a mess? Yes, but don't say there's not excitement. There's people, and let's point out, look at the marches last weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I passed a couple of them when I was at work. I drive a truck, and I passed one down in Ventura, and it was actually kind of cool, And it was all beach people, so it was pretty mellow, right in front of the city hall. But a few million showed up, and so people do care. This isn't what we signed. I was hoping the best for Trump. Look, Jack, we need Trump to do good so we can get our business financed and get our lives in order. We're both counting on Trump. We got Trump pom poms. Hey, get this economy going. Let's go. And I'm very disappointed. I was hoping he did better, and hopefully it'll work out in a few months here.
Yeah. I would like to see him turn. I'm disappointed in the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, probably the most. Yeah. I'm 67 years old. I was very politically active one time. This is the most disappointed I've ever been. It just doesn't seem like there's someone out there to take the reins. But maybe there's always tomorrow. We'll see. I hope there's a tomorrow. But anyway, that's what to wait for. You got anything to close us down with, GT?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for listening. Subscribe if you can, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Take care, everybody. It's Jack and GT from Something's Brewing.